Hello and a very warm welcome to Verdict 2016 on Rajya Sabha Television with me, Frank Pereira. Here are today's Verdict headlines. Tarun Gogoi counters Prime Minister Narendra Modi's comment on his age, says his enthusiasm is not less than any young person. Assam Chief Minister also accuses the BJP of betraying 6 tribes of Assam. Prime Minister Narendra Modi kickstarts his West Bengal poll campaign, urges voters to give the BJP a chance while addressing a rally in Kharagpur. Prime Minister also lashes out at Mamata Banerjee. And no consensus on seats at Congress Kerala Congress M meeting. KCM firm on its demand for 15 seats. Congress wants its ally to give up at least 1 seat. While addressing a rally in poll-bound Assam, BJP President Amit Shah accused the Congress of not stopping Bangladeshi infiltration in the state. He said that the party was using illegal migrants as its vote bank. Shah promised that the BJP would bring an end to the infiltration problem by sealing the Bangladeshi border. The BJP chief even challenged the Congress president to stop Bangladeshi infiltration. Meanwhile, Assam Chief Minister Tarun Gogoi countered Prime Minister Narendra Modi's comment on his advancing age, saying he was as enthusiastic as a youth. He was responding to Prime Minister Modi, who in response to Gogoi's call for a direct fight, had brought up the issue of his age last week. In his tirade against the BJP, Gogoi said that the party claimed to be pro-poor but is still to implement the National Food Security Act. Prices of essential commodities are rising during its rule at the centre, he said. He also accused the BJP of betraying 6 tribes of Assam, saying the BJP government got votes during the last general election by promising ST status to the tribes but did not give it.
My manifesto will speak. He himself, this government, why they give me awards? The reports are there. He's giving a false. Every ministry has to give a report before Parliament every year. What is the report, your ministers? He's saying one thing. What is the report? What is the report of agriculture? What is the report of our roads and infrastructure? We are the number 1. I have never seen a Prime Minister telling only lies, lies, lies.
Meanwhile, amidst the soaring political temperatures, the poster war in Assam has heated up as well. If the BJP talks about the pride of Assam and bringing in change, the Congress is banking on the time-tested formula of governance of the Gogoi government. Neelu Vyas takes a closer look at some of the posters on the streets of Guwahati.
Assam is witnessing one of the most high-pitched electoral battles ever seen so far. Across the streets of Guwahati, you would find an all-out competing poster war. For example, behind me you see is the BJP poster, which has the Chief Ministerial candidate Sarbananda Sonowal along with Party President Amit Shah and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And the basic punchline on the poster is "Ab ki baar Assam mein BJP Sarkar," means that Assam this time will be ruled by the BJP. And the poster even talks about the pride of Assam. Behind me again you see is a Congress poster with a picture of Chief Minister Tarun Gogoi also talking about the pride of Assam. He also is talking about the pride of Assam and saying that he's 100% sure that Tarun Gogoi will form the government. Muslims or the minorities comprise about 34% of the electorate in Assam, and parties like AIUDF are easily encashing on the minority sentiment. If you look at the posters, they talk about the rising intolerance, the polarization and the divisive politics of BJP, along with an underlining message of the rising prices of the essential commodities. The underlining message in all the posters you find across Guwahati would be talking about the pride of Assam, but they have been depicted pictorially and visually differently. For example, if you see this poster, which shows Sarbananda Sonowal falling at the feet of Finance Minister Arun Jaitley. And the underlining message says that a leader who can bow down before the centre cannot take care of the pride and the rights of the Assamese population. Clearly, these posters do play an important role in any of the campaigns, but as they say, they don't decide the fate of any of the leaders or the parties. This is Neelu Vyas reporting from Guwahati for Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, joining me for a chat to talk about everything that's been happening in Assam and to lead up to the elections, of course, is Radhika Ramaseshan, political editor of The Telegraph, and also with me, Gautam Lahiri, senior journalist. Thank you so much for joining me on the program. Radhika, I'd like to start with you, of course, and ask you about Assam and how the BJP has time and again been reiterating that they're going to stop infiltration, they're going to make the porous border as tight as possible and ensure that no Bangladeshi comes into India. Is that such big a poll issue?
Oh, well, I mean, sort of much water has flowed under the Brahmaputra since the ASU, the AGP's student wing, had sort of foregrounded the infiltration issued years ago. Of course, after that, the AGP, the original author of this whole Bangladeshi infiltration, came to power not once but twice. But they were unable to do anything on that score. If I'm not mistaken, they were unable to deport even a single Bangladeshi. I was in Assam when the AGP government, we were living in Assam when the AGP first came to power. And I could see that they were handicapped by the system, as it were. They couldn't do anything. So now for the BJP to make a toll promise like Mr. Amit Shah has done today, namely sealing the border, making it non-porous, I mean, I think it's something which is just not in the realm of practicality at all. It's one of those Chunawi jumlas, if I may say so.
Okay.
So, of course, you have the citizenship, the IMDT Act has been repealed on the order of the Supreme Court. You have the Citizenship Act, which puts it, that's a lot more tighter than the IMDT Act. So that can facilitate the process, if one may say so. But I mean, to say that every so-called infiltrator is going to be thrown out is near impossible. Most of them are voters. They have other identity proofs like Aadhaar cards, ration cards, etc. So how on earth are you going to distinguish an infiltrator from a bona fide citizen? I mean, it's an impossible task.
Gautam Lahiri, would you agree with that? It's another political jumla, is how Radhika is putting it.
Well, BJP is always, they will try to polarize the voters. So the infiltration is one of the issues. No doubt in Assam, it's a very burning issue because it's a question of Ahomia pride versus outsiders. So BJP is trying to play a card of Ahomia identity so that they can, or they are the party who can prevent outsiders to come into the state. But point is, before the Lok Sabha poll, that Mr. Prime Ministerial candidate, Mr. Narendra Modi also promised, he come on 19th May or May, the day poll result was to be announced. After that day, that will be the cut-off date for all the infiltrators. They will be driven back to Bangladesh again. But that didn't happen. So definitely for political purpose, BJP always tries to get a mileage out of these kind of utterances. So I don't know how far it will have an impact in this time also, because going by the last Lok Sabha poll, where BJP definitely has an edge in Assam, because they were leading in 65 assembly segments. Definitely is a huge number. That number definitely can easily make a party win. But point is that this, what Radhika was saying correctly, that this Sarvananda Sowal, who was with the AGP, who actually filed that case against this IMDT Act, after that nothing has happened. After that, even the BJP government came into power with that same promise that they will do anything. They didn't do anything. But I don't know whether Ahomia people will believe also this time that, well, Bangladesh, this BJP can only deliver.
Indeed. Yeah,
if I may add to
yes.
What Gautam said, in Assam, it's very tricky. It's not just about infiltrators versus bona fide citizens. You have a large number of Bengalis living in the Barak Valley, Kachar and Silchar and those parts, who have been settled there for generations. They are the original residents of Assam, if I may say so. So how are you going to distinguish a Bengali-speaking Bengali from a Bengali-speaking Bangladeshi, who may or may not have come from Bangladesh, but I'm just, for the sake of argument, polemics, I am saying that. And the Bengali Hindu vote is an important catchment area of the BJP. I mean, if they take the pitch of this infiltration and anti-Bangladeshis too high, there is a danger that they may lose the Bengali votes to the Congress, or in such a situation, some Bengali Hindus could perhaps even vote for the AIUDF. So it's a tightrope walk that the BJP will have to do. Unlike the AGP, which made no bones about the fact that they wanted only the votes of the Assamese. I mean, they couldn't care less for the votes of the Bengalis. So they were able to go gung-ho, I mean, much more on the front foot on this issue. BJP will have to do a tightrope walk.
If I add
very quickly, because we have to simple break. Yes.
That, but BJP government, after coming into power, they announced that they will give a refugee status to the Hindu migrants from Bangladesh.
Yes.
That has created a lot of problem within the Assam. Because Ahomiyas are not about, it's not a question about the Hindus or Muslims. It is a question about Bangladeshi infiltrators.
Indeed.
Whether he might be a Muslim, he might be an Hindu.
No, that's a very valid point that you're making, but it's time to slip into a short break now. We'll continue talking to our guests on the other side of this break. Stay tuned. Of course, on the other side, we'll talk about Prime Minister Modi goes on the offensive in West Bengal and he lashes out at Mamata Banerjee and the left Congress combined. That and other news from poll-bound Bengal still to come. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I am Ishan Russell.
I'm Tracy Shilchi and you're watching News Tonight.
Together with the team of our
Dedicated professionals from across various fields.
This is Shyam Sundar,
Vishal Dahiya,
Akhilesh Suman,
Frank Pereira from Beijing, China.
Kriti Mishra for Rajya Sabha Television.
We bring to you
the news that matters here on Rajya Sabha TV.
Welcome back. You're watching Rajya Sabha Television. Well, Prime Minister Narendra Modi kick-started his West Bengal poll campaign on Sunday. The Prime Minister, while addressing a rally in Kharagpur, urged voters to give the BJP a chance. He highlighted his government's corruption-free image to take on the scam-stung Trinamool Congress. He also slammed the CPM and the Congress for their alliance in West Bengal and rivalry in Kerala. Modi said Bengal had failed to attract industries in the past 5 years and accused Mamata Banerjee of failing to bring about any change in the state. He also hit out at the TMC on the issue of corruption such as the Sharda and the Narda scams.
आपके करीब करीब 40 साल बर्बाद हो गए। मुझे मौका दो। भारतीय जनता पार्टी को एक मौका दो। मैं विश्वास दिलाता हूं मेरे पश्चिम बंगाल के भाइयों बहनों, ये जो बर्बाद हो चुका है, उसी खंडहर में से नया बंगाल हम बना के रहेंगे भाइयों।
Meanwhile, the left has accused the Prime Minister Narendra Modi of shielding the Trinamool Congress in the Sharda chit fund scam and the Narda sting operation. In a series of tweets by the state's leader of the opposition and left leader Surya Kanta Mishra, he raised questions over the slow progress of the CBI probe into the Sharda scam and the NIA probe into the Kagragad blast. He said that the Prime Minister is protecting Mamata Banerjee and top TMC leaders who are involved in corruption charges. He also said that the Prime Minister is deliberately not sending the Rajya Sabha Ethics Committee team to investigate the Narda sting. Well, still with me on the program are Radhika Ramaseshan, a political editor of The Telegraph, and Gautam Lahiri, senior journalist. Gautam, as far as West Bengal is concerned, we discussed Assam at length. Let's talk about West Bengal. Now, the BJP seems to be trying extra hard to try and, make an impact in West Bengal. But is it really going to succeed?
Well, whether it will succeed or not, that's a different question. That's the only result will clearly demonstrate that. Sorry. But what till today, it is not clear in West Bengal, out of 294 seats, in how many seats BJP is contesting. They have not cleared the list fully. Number two, BJP actually in Bengal, they have no face. Now, you have heard Modi ji was saying, vote for me. So again, he is pitching himself against Mamata Banerjee. I find it's a weakness. In last assembly poll, where BJP contested on 289 seats, they lost deposit in 285 seats. Only in 4 seats they came second or third. Now this is the state of affairs in BJP. Only in last Lok Sabha poll, where they got 2 members of parliament, and this is the first time BJP got a huge percentage of votes, 17%, which is quite high. That too in the name of Narendra Modi, and to make Narendra Modi PM, because there was a huge incumbency against the left and also as well as against the central government of that time, that is the UPA 2. So that vote actually, people are now saying that BJP, well, they may try definitely, but I don't see till today that BJP is a very cohesive force there. Like there is a very, though it's a very insignificant insofar Bengal politics is concerned, these days though they are trying, but it's a very faction-ridden party. For that reason, they could not declare who would be their leader. Just before the election, they have changed their state party president. And I am told, even I am reading Bengal newspapers, that they are fighting against each other. They are not cooperating with each other even. So this is the state of affairs. So if they can come above that, well, they will definitely try to project themselves as a potential party. But it's very difficult to say that they will be a good, determining factor for the next government in Bengal.
Radhika, would you agree with that? You know, that maybe Prime Minister Modi has lost his charm maybe early 2015. Up until late 2015 also this strategy would have worked, but it's not a strategy that is going to work going forward.
Yeah, look, we can't say for sure whether Mr. Modi has lost his charm and appeal or not. I mean, that will be put to test in the next Lok Sabha election, to be fair. This is an assembly election, and therefore, just as it was important for them to project somebody in Bihar as state leader, it was equally important, if they had taken the Bengal election seriously, to have a face from the state. Now, I mean, my own reading is that there is a dichotomy within the BJP between how the center looks at Bengal and how the state unit looks at Bengal. For all intent and purpose, the state unit, I would imagine, was far more serious, had a higher stake in the elections than the center. For the center, the Trinamool support was crucial in the Rajya Sabha to get past the GST and other crucial legislation. So there is a pattern. Ever since the BJP won the Lok Sabha elections, doing well in Bengal as well, as Gautam gave some figures to substantiate that, their own attitude towards it, Trinamool, has been one of blowing hot and blowing cold, with the result that the state unit got conflicting signals from the center. They didn't know whether they were supposed to take on Mamta head-on, or at some point they were supposed to go soft on her. So that, I think, kind of the confusing signals kind of cleared the pitch for the BJP in Bengal, and therefore it is unable to be as aggressive as the state leaders would have liked to.
Indeed. All right. We'll have to leave to that. Thank you so much, Gautam Lahiri and Radhika Ramasesan, for joining us on the program and putting things into perspective for us. Moving on. Now, the filing of nominations for 62 assembly seats in West Bengal, which are scheduled for polls on April 21st under the third phase of elections, began on Monday. Candidates contesting in the third phase can submit their nomination papers till April 4th, after which scrutiny would be done. The withdrawal of candidature will be allowed till April 7th. Other than North Kolkata, all the third phase constituencies are part of Murshidabad, Nadia and Burdwan districts of West Bengal. The elections to the 294-seat West Bengal Assembly will be conducted in 6 phases spread across 7 polling days from April 4th to May 5th. The polling for the first phase will take place on April 4th and 11th. Polling for the second phase will be held on April 17th, the third phase on April 21st, 4th on 25th, and the 5th and 6th phases on April 30th and May 5th, respectively. The counting of votes will take place on May 19th. Going on now, our correspondent Ravindra Sharon spoke with the Tamil Nadu BJP State President Tamilisai Soundarajan, and this is what she had to say about when she expressed confidence of winning a considerable number of seats, as the factors such as anti-incumbency will work in the party's favour. She also said that the BJP is not considered a North Indian party anymore in the state. Here's more.
You have released the first list of the candidates, but there is only one forward cast candidate among them.
Previously in Tamil Nadu, BJP was viewed as a North Indian party, a party of upper class, and a party of only educated people, a party of urban party. So we have slashed all these allegations. It's a myth now.
Why did not the BJP has waited for the alliance to come in?
No, actually we waited quite long time. We wanted to form the alliance, which was formed in 2014. We didn't want to compromise on certain things. We wanted the chief minister to be announced after the victory of the NDA.
Tamil fishermen.
Yes.
The problem is still there,
Yes.
and Modi ji has, and all the different political parties at different times has tried to come out with a solution, but still the problem is there. Do you think this is also one of the big issues in this big issues?
The fishermen should become a notable community, an educated community, and developed community. And for hundreds of years, for 50 years since independence, these fishermen are downtrodden. And since independence, in the era of the Dravidian parties, the fishermen welfare was viewed only as a vote bank politics.
Do you think, ma'am, this time BJP will cross a two-digit mark in the assembly?
Definitely our numbers will increase. Without the help of BJP, probably the Dravidian parties, because definitely it is going to be a hung parliament. Anti-incumbency is there, but DMK has not encashed that anti-incumbency. Third front, if the PMK, DMDK, BJP, WASL and all the other parties, as we thought, would have combined, definitely it would have been a challenging alliance, but it has not happened. But because of the five-cornered fight, BJP may encash this situation.
Madam, Tamil Sai Sundarajan is very clear in her views that their party has already taken lead by declaring the first list of the candidates, and she is saying that no party, no alliance can come into power without the help of BJP in this election. In Chennai with cameraman Chetan, Ravin Singh Shoran for Rajya Sabha TV.
Shifting focus to Kerala now, the Left Democratic Front has released its list of candidates for the upcoming assembly elections in Kerala. For the 140 assembly seats, the CPM will contest in 92 seats and the CPI on 27 seats.
LDFിൽ സീറ്റ് വിഭജനത്തെ സംബന്ധിച്ച പൊതുധാരണയായി. എന്നാൽ ജനതാദൾ, സെക്യുലർ ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ള ചില കക്ഷികൾ സീറ്റ് കൂടുതൽ വേണമെന്ന ആവശ്യം ഉന്നയിച്ചിരുന്നു. ഇടതുപക്ഷ ജനാധിപത്യ മുന്നണിയുടെ പൊതു തീരുമാനമെന്ന നിലയിലാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ സീറ്റുകൾ പ്രഖ്യാപിക്കുന്നത്.
Meanwhile, the seat-sharing talks between the Congress and the Kerala Congress M have failed to reach a consensus. KCM Supremo KM Mani, however, said that the talks would continue. The Congress is in no mood to concede to the KCM's demand for 3 more seats in addition to the 15 it had contested in the previous election. The Congress has been putting pressure on the KCM to give up either Kuttanad or Punjar seat. Congress leaders said that other UDF constituents would stake claim for more seats if it heeded to the demand raised by the Kerala Congress. In 2011, KCM won only in 9 of the 15 seats where it contested. So the Congress is considering taking over a few seats from the Kerala Congress. Meanwhile, the Kerala Congress Jacob also convened a meeting of its decision-making body. The party is hopeful of getting the Angamali seat for its chairman, Johnny Nellore. That's it on this edition of Verdict 2016. Thank you for watching.